Hey guys, thanks for tuning back into Pixel Rich Games. In this episode of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, we'll see how big of an impact a monster part drop rate weapon build really has in our farming runs. So let's talk about how I designed this experiment first. I wanted the mission to be fast and to have materials that I still have to farm while having nice monster drops that we can experiment with. And all of these brought me to the mission Innkeeper's Request. In this mission, we have Bokoblins, Lizalfoses, I'm assuming that's the plural for Lizalfos. Then we have 2 Moblins, 1 Lynel, and 3 Red Choo-Choos. As early as now, let me tell you that the Lizalfos clusters with boss monsters respawn till the boss is killed. So I'll be flashing the Lizalfos numbers, but not really considering them in my analysis. Next is the character that I went with. This time, I'm so happy to be able to farm on the coolest of them all, my bro Sidon. My reason behind going with Sidon, aside from his pure awesomeness, is he has the build that I need with 64% monster part drop rate. My Lizal Tri Boomerang on Link has 82% monster part drop rate, but I stayed away from using that because it also has 17% battlefield specific material drop rate, and I don't want that in our mix to keep our results as pure as possible. Like in my video about ancient material drop rate, I'll be running this mission 10 times with an ownage weapon first, and then 10 with our 64% monster part drop rate build. The next set of 10 is a new addition in our experiment with only 45% material drop rate from food. And the last set of 10, our farming weapon further buffed with material drop rate plus 45%. This is the weapon that I used for our first set. Pretty awesome already, but can be improved with 3% more attack speed. Running with this weapon on this champ was such a breeze. It will kill. So here are our detailed results for the first 10 runs. I grayed out Lizalfos drops because I'm not counting them like I said earlier. Moblin Guts and Lynel Guts are both highlighted in yellow because they are both rare materials. Now here are our baseline numbers. Next set is farmed with this pair of beautiful tridents. And this is what we got. Now let's compare our totals. So we see significant jumps from all Bokoblin parts. Moblin Fangs, Lynel Hooves, Lynel Guts, and Red Choo-Choo Jellies. To get a better grasp of what 64% monster part drop rate equates to, let's talk in percentages. See that? The differences are so diverse. Our boy Sidon feeds on these 3 here to get the 45% buff. Now check out our results from running only food buffs with the attack speed weapon. Bokoblin parts and Choo-Choo Jellies are off the charts. But look at our Moblin and Lynel parts. Overall worse compared to our previous set. This basically tells us that our food buffs actually does nothing for boss drops. Okay, let's move on for now. For our last set of results, in addition to our beautiful farming weapon, we also got our food buff. And voila, awesomeness. Let's first study our Bokoblin numbers. Look at that. We have achieved a level called Insane. One important thing that these numbers tell us is food is way more effective than our weapon build. I thought it would be the other way around, but my guess is because food is consumable, and though our weapon is harder to build, it stays with us for good. Now combining the two is just mwah. The same results extend to our Red Choo-Choo Jellies. Now it's time to look at our boss drops. Let's not forget that all these numbers just came from 2 Moblins and 1 Lynel. So a small change in the actual numbers translates to huge percentages. Let's start with our farming build. What this part tells me is Moblin fangs are more common than Moblin horns. The same goes for Lionel hooves compared to Lionel horns. I think Moblin guts is spot on, and Lionel guts just rose from 8 to 10. Just looks way bigger in percent. Again, food does nothing here. All the difference from our food runs compared to our baseline, I just count against drop chance. They're all within the plus minus 15% range. Now this comparison tells us something new. Our weapon actually increases the drop rates for the common boss drops. No impact for the less common ones. Lastly, we go to our fully buffed totals. Absolutely the same as our weapon, only drops. You might say, hey Pixel, are you blind or something? Look at the Moblin guts. Well, I would say, look at the Lionel guts. For me, they just cancel each other out, proving that our weapon build and our food really has no impact on rare materials. So final thoughts. When is this build great? It shines when we're just farming for the common parts from common monsters. It's not as effective as full food buffs, which is one huge detail to take note of. And lastly, combining it with food buffs, for me, is the best way to use this weapon build. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video if you like it. Thumbs down if you didn't. Hit that bell to get notified whenever I have new content out. See you on my next vid. Stay healthy, keep safe, and God bless us all.